Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This time we will be studying the second chapter of Avadhoota Gita. Avadhoota Gita is attributed to Bhagwan Dattatreya. There are many stories which are bringing Dattatreya into picture. Not one, many of them. And there will be seeming contradiction, something is said somewhere, something is said somewhere else. We are not interested in that. However, for our anchor, one story is like this. There was a great saint Atri and his wife Anasuya. Anasuya means Asuya means jealousy. Jealousy is that which doesn't deliver anything. It is only detrimental. See, the dhatu is su, prasuti gruha, where there is a delivery. Anasuya, which is a barren effort in life. When we are jealous about somebody or something, it is meaningless. It doesn't yield any positive result. So, the Anasuya was the wife and Atri was the husband. A great saint. And Anasuya ji did a lot of tapasya, invoking all the three principles, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma ji represents the activity predominance in creation called as the Rajoguna. The Vishnu Bhagavan refers to the Sattva Guna, predominance of knowledge and maintenance. And Rudra, Shiva, represent the Tamo Guna, the process of modification through destruction. So all the three gods were invoked and they were very happy and appeared before her. Yes, Amma, what do you want? She said, now you called me Amma, so become my children. How simple it is. In one of the medical colleges, I was talking. And after my lecture was over, one girl stood up. And Swami, I got this question. I said, okay, Amma, sit down, I'll explain. Why do you call me Amma? I am not your mother. I said, anyway, Amma, I'll tell you, sit down. But why do you call? I am younger than you. Again, she was insisting. I said, look here, my dear. The only way I can grow young when my mother is young. So all the young girls I call as mom, this is the way I can grow young day by day. So Anasuya ji said that now you come to me as my children. Then first Bhagwan Vishnu took the opportunity and he was born and he was Dattatreya. Then after some time, then Brahmaji took the avatar and he was born as Durvasa. Very agile, angry, cursing personality. And later, Bhole Baba remembered, Acha, maine bhi diya tha, and he also came. And then he was born as Chandrama, the moon. Thus, these are the three children to that great mother Anasuya, and Dattatreya became the first. He ruled the world for many years and he was busy in sorting out the problems of this world. One day he thought, this is useless, this world cannot be changed. And therefore he handed over everything to his children and went in the forest for doing tapasya. So when he thus went, all the Rajkumars, everything, they started following him. We will also come with you. Now he wanted to avoid them, he shouted at them, but they didn't listen. So he went into a lake, disappeared in the waters for 3 days in Samadhi. After 3 days when he came out, these fellows were waiting. We know that you are going to come back. We are not going to leave you. So then he thought, what could be done? Then out of his own yogic powers, he brought out a beautiful girl and a bottle of whiskey. And in one hand whiskey bottle, in other hand a girl, and then as if drunk he came out. And all this, oh my God, this is terrible, this is not the one which we are seeking. And they all went away and he was very happy, thank God, got rid of them. And once when he was on the banks of Ganges at the base of Himalayas, the great king Yadu, in whose clan Bhagwan Krishna appeared, he asked him, Sir, you have nothing, not even clothes. What is that which gives you so much of happiness? You don't have a wife, you don't have children, you don't have kingdom, you don't have property, you don't have army, you have nothing. And how come you are so happy? So Bhagwan Dattatreya said, therefore I am happy. Our understanding is, if we have the things, we are happy. But it is the other way around. Are we not happy when we give up everything in the deep sleep? So the real happiness is not in possessions. The real happiness is not in acquisition, relations. See? The other day I told you one story. There was one elderly man, he told me, Swamiji, a good news. I said, Mahatmaji, at old age, are you getting a child or what? He said, no, I stopped smoking. I have given up smoking. He was so happy that he has given up smoking. How much happiness he got through smoking. Multi times, million times he was happy when he has given up smoking. The real happiness is not in acquisition. We only say this mantra, na karmana na prajaya dhanena, and these mantras have got different tunes, different notes. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagena ke. You should see ke Baba tyagena. Narayan. It's a great fun. So, tyagena ke amrutatva manashu. By renunciation alone immortality is attained. So, because I don't have anything, I am happy. Then he was asked, who taught you all these things? He said, I am not daridri like you. Who is a daridri? Who has got only one lungi and one shirt. While going to sleep, wash it, keep it for drying, next day put on. Why only one? I am poor, I don't have too many things. In the same manner, I have got only one guru. Mahadaridri. Bhagwan Dattatreya said, I have 24 gurus. एक चला गया तो कोई बात नहीं, दूसरा है. And he tells, I have learned from every guru. Friends, guru is our ability to learn from every experience. See, the one who is telling something in your ear, Kana mantra. See, Sa Pashu Eva Devanam, Upanishad says. They will tie you down. And they say, don't go to anybody else. If you go to anybody else, it will be a Guru Droha. And then, if you do something wrong to the God, Guru will protect you. But if you don't honor your Guru, even God cannot protect you. And then, remote control. Guilt and fear. By this guilt and fear, the crowds are controlled. See, friends. Therefore, Dattatreya Bhagavan said, I have learned so many things from so many. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, the story comes, the 24 Gurus. See? And this Dattatreya is the one to whom this Avadhoota Gita is attributed. Gita, you know, Gita means the one which is sung. Like Bhagavad Gita. If you decipher it in Sanskrit, it is called as Bhagavata Gita, that which is sung by Bhagavan. Bhagavad Gita. Avadhoota Gita, the one which is sung by the Avadhoot. Except in the Hindi movies, when you are happy, you sing. When you are miserable, you sing only in the Hindi movies. A miserable person cannot sing. But in Hindi movie, everything is possible. One boy asked me this question, Westerner. He said, I don't understand, in your Indian movies, they are running also and singing also. How it is possible? See, one moment they are on the Himalayas, and the next moment they are, near the sea, and running. How it is possible? I said, this is what is called as Bollywood. Anything can happen. So, Avadhoota sang this song. Therefore, Avadhoota Gita. Now the question comes, who is Avadhoota? See, Avadhoota is defined in Avadhoota Upanishad. There is one Upanishad, Avadhoota Upanishad. There, Avadhoota is defined as Aksharatvat, Varanyatvat, Dhoota Samsara Bandhanat, Dhu, and Tattva Masyadi Laksharthat, Avadhoota. The one who is abiding in the Akshara Tattva, immutable reality, Varanyatvad, and he has sought this alone to the exclusion of everything. Varanyam is Varaniyam. What we are seeking in life. Okay. And Dhoota Samsara Bandhanat. Avadhootas do not fall in the purview of the Varnashrama Vyavastha. Varnashrama Vyavastha is, Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Ashrama is Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Avadhootas do not fall in this format of Varnashrama Vyavastha. Dhoota Samsara Bandhanat. Because they don't belong to this relative world. Dhoota Samsara. And it is not that they are mad. Mad people also don't belong to this world. See? Then, Tattvamasyadi Laksharthat. Those who have attained the experience of the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, he is the Avadhoota. See? In simple words, he is the Jivan Mukta. He is liberated while alive. And this Avadhoota Gita, in the second chapter, what we will be studying this time, first chapter we studied. Those who want to know what it was, go to the YouTube. Because this is the time, everything is tube. Tube baby. So the babies which come out of the tube, they can go to YouTube and get realized. So, or there may be last year's talks with Swamiji Maharaj. He has got, you can get them and listen. Atha Dvitiyodhyayaha. Now we will start this second chapter. Balasya va vishaya bhoga tarasya vapi मूर्खस्य सेवकजनस्य गृहस्थितस्य एतद्गुरो किमपि नैव न चिन्तनीयं रत्नं कथं त्यजति कौप्य शुचौ प्रविष्टम्. We should not define a guru should be blah 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 blah. No. See, many of us have got this notion. Here this notion is removed. Whether the guru is a child, balasya, see, like the other day we were watching that mystic India, the life story of Neelakantha, who subsequently became the founder of this Swami Sampradaya. He was just a child. See? Santa Gyaneshwar and all three brothers and sisters, they were also children. Therefore, balasya vishaya bhogaratasya vapi, or somebody is indulging in the worldly things like any average person as if, and murkhasya, or maybe he is like a fool. See, there was a great saint in Maharashtra, and he was initiated by his guru in a very funny manner. Gondavlekar Maharaj, if you have heard the name. His guru told him that make a hole in the river bed, dry river bed. He made a hole. He said, call all the children. He called. Put them inside. Cover it with the sand cover. And make a heap on that and sit there. He sat there. And then this Guru Maharaj called the people. Your children are buried by this man. Everybody was ready to beat him and kill him. See? And yet, he was absolutely at peace. No more agitated, no more revolting. And when he has passed this examination, then the Guru Maharaj told, remove it, call all of them out, and everybody comes out alive. So for us, it is like a mad person. Therefore, murkhasya sevaka janasya grihasthitasya. Whether he is a servant to somebody, Guru doesn't mean he is always sitting on a throne and with this mudra. Beta, tumhara bhala hua, mera to nahi ho saka. No. Therefore, sevaka janasya grihasthitasya. Or he could be even a grihastha, a married person with the children, wife, in-laws, outlaws, etc. There are many Mahatmas who were grihasthas. Therefore, let us not have this wrong notion that only we are tailor-made sannyasi, Babajis. On one, tailor shop it was written, God created man, we create gentleman. Gentlemen are not created by God, He creates only man. Gentleman is created by the tailor. So we are tailor-made Babajis. Don't worry about the external paraphernalia. What is important is grihasthitasya etad guroho kimapi naiva chintaniyam. One should not think on these matters when you are approaching the Guru Maharaj. Normally we go to the teacher for inquiry after evaluation. One day this happened in Vrindavan. Yes, Vrindavan. One person came, our satsang was over and we were all sitting. And he said, Swamiji, I have something to ask you. May I ask? I said, yes, ask. Typical Hindi from Brajabhasha. And he started and then started and never stopped. After 1.5 to 2 hours, he said, now you tell me. So I said, I have not understood the question. If anybody has understood, please tell me what was the question. So all of them said, we have not also understood. I said, look here, you are beyond understanding. So he came basically not to ask, but to tell. Many times we go to the teacher, very rarely to inquire. See? Questions have got different shades. One shade is examination. Let us see, कितने गहरे पानी में है. How much this fellow knows. Let us find out. And then question is asked. One person sent his child to ask me a question. Go and ask Swamiji, what was the name of the father of Shravan Kumar who carried his blind parents on his shoulder? He said, Swamiji, what was the name? I said, Google karo. See? Google Ananda will answer all your questions. See? He is the Maha Mandaleshwar, double Maha Mandaleshwar. See? First is examination. Second is objection. Why should I study? Objection. Because the truth is beyond the words. Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha. Therefore, why should I study? Why should I chant the Lord's name? Because the Lord is beyond the speech. Why should I meditate? Because the Lord is beyond the intellect. Then go to sleep. That is better. So the second shade of the question is objection. Why should I? And very rare is the inquiry. See? Many times we go and complain. Complaining is not the way of a seeker. Therefore, if we have really approached the teacher, he will certainly answer our questions. And if our question is not answered, understand there is something lacking in our approach. See? Once somewhere, like few of us were sitting, and one person came and asked me some question. I looked at him, and then I was talking to others. And second question, third question was over. Then one person, he said, Swamiji, you have not answered his question so far. I said, he has no objection, why you have objection? No, but I wanted to know what you will tell. I said, if you can understand my silence, you will understand my words. You ask him whether he has understood or not. He said, yes, Swamiji has already told me. But we didn't hear. I said, you are not qualified. See, friends. As is the medicine, as is the disease, so is the medicine. Therefore, etad guroho kimapi na chintaniyam. Do not go into the non-essential inquiry about the Guru. What is the non-essential inquiry? Number one, asking about his credentials. Second thing, asking about where he is from. Whether he is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Whether he has studied Pasthanatrayi or he has studied Teen Patta. Teen Patta hi to hai. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. What is that should never be inquired. See? Once Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said this thing through a very beautiful parable. He said, two persons went to a mango grove and they saw beautiful mangoes. One person started plucking and eating, and the other started collecting the statistical data, which are the types of mangoes, how many mangoes per tree. By then, the owner or the chowkidar of that grove came, and this fellow who was eating, he ate one or two mango and ran away, and he was happy. And this fellow was counting and got caught up and got beaten. Don't get into non-essentials. See? What is non-essential? Why this is happening to me? This is non-essential. This is happening, now get out of it. See, can we say that you call the fire brigade? Yes, How are you, dear? I know this is a Easter weekend, you must be enjoying, but I really feel bad for you people. You are always on toes and all that. He said, hey man, who are you? No, nothing. My house is on fire. If you get time, please drop in. Will you talk like this? When our house is on fire, we even don't tell where is the house. Because urgency is there. Those who do not have the urgency to know the truth, not seriousness. Seriousness is different, urgency is different. If we have the urgency to know the truth, non-essential questions will be dropped from life. See, friends, if there is these things come in one of the Upanishad, if there is fire on your head, will you think, is it a Ganges or it is a gutter? You just jump into it because urgency is there. Therefore, kimapi na chintaneyam ratnam katham tyajati ka api ashuchau pravishtam. If the diamond has fallen in a gutter, will you say that it is from the gutter, I will not take? No. Gutter, the dirtiness can be washed away. We are valuing the diamond in the same manner. Knowledge, wisdom, experience of the Mahatmas is only important thing. All other things are non-essential. See? There was a husband and a wife, and the wife was always doing experiments of food, and the husband was silently suffering. One night, she has prepared the table, and nice candles burning, the beautiful crockery, everything spick and span, and then the food was on the table, and she called, honey, come for the dinner, tonight we have a candlelight dinner. So that poor husband came, and he was eating. Then she said, tell me, what did you like in today's candlelight dinner? So he looked around. Candles are beautiful, not the food. See? The essence is food, not whether it is served in a plastic thing or a golden thing. It makes no difference. See, the knowledge is important. Doesn't matter, it comes from home. See, friends. After this is said, Naivatra kavya guna eva chintaniyo grahya param gunavata khalusara evam sindhura chitra rachita bhuvi rupa shunya param nakim nayati nauriha gantu kaman. Another example is given. In case of the great masters, na eva atra kavya gunaha chintaniyaha. See, it is not whether the master is able to talk the chaste Sanskrit. Bhagavan Shankaracharya clearly said, Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nehi rakshati dukrum karne. But we get obsessed. If you are walking spiritual path, the first requirement is we must not be obsessed with anything in this world. This obsession is the first obstacle. Therefore, whether the Mahatma is able to talk a poetic language, it makes no difference. Like, our Nisargadatta Maharaj, he was absolutely illiterate. Hardly he must have studied first or second standard those days. And all the people from all over the world, they used to come to his feet. Therefore, the knowledge and abidance in the self is important, not the external paraphernalia. Naivatra kavya guna eva chintaniya grayaha param gunavata khalusar eva. But gunavata, the qualities of his wisdom is to be accepted and received by us. Example, Sindhura chitra rajita bhuvi rupa shunya param kya na nayati no iha. There are two boats. One is very beautifully decorated. You must have seen when you go to Varanasi, etc. There are some boats which are very simple, without any painting and all that. Other boats are having very nice painting and everything. Does it mean that the painting is taking you beyond the river side? No. In the same manner. Doesn't matter whether the boat is painted beautifully or not. What is important is it takes you beyond or not, that is important. Therefore, the meaning of this thing is do not get carried away by the external paraphernalia. All the great masters always live in disguise. They never reveal their greatness to the people. See, friends. Otherwise, one gets totally lost in this world. So, if we have a real commitment to the divine, then the divine grace showers on us. And what is the divine grace? Depends on what we are. If I am unmarried, the divine grace will be, by God's grace, I hope I can get married. If I am poor, the God's grace will be, by God's grace, I get some money without doing anything. If I am unhealthy, by God's grace, I get proper doctor and medicine. But the real God's grace is Ishvara Eva Pumsam Advaita Vasana. The anugraha of the Ishvara, the grace of the Lord showers in our life as this. We are intensely longing to know the Absolute, Advaita Vasana. That intense longing is the one which we are short of in our life. See, once Vivekananda asked his Guru, why mother doesn't talk to me? She talks to you. The Guru says, you don't want to talk to her. No, I want to. I tried, but she doesn't talk to me. It is not possible. You may not be really wanting to talk. No, I really want to talk. If you really want to talk to her, she will talk. But you are not really wanting to talk. Now the question, what is this really? He said, we'll see it later. Chalo pehle naha lete. Let's go and take bath. And when they went for taking bath in the Ganges, he put the head of the disciple below the water level. How long will you remain below? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maximum 40, 50 seconds. After that, give a jhatka and come out. Then the teacher says, as you are longing intensely to breathe when you are below water, with the same intensity when you want to talk to the mother, she will talk. See, friends, this is only one thing which we lack. Efforts we have sincerity, but intensity is lacking. And when this intensity becomes really deep, everything starts happening. Our efforts become almost null and void. Therefore, here, if a seeker is with this intense longing approaching the teacher, then he will not be bothered by anything else. Prayatnena vinayena nischalena chalachalam grastam swabhavataha shantam chaitanyam gaganopamam. Now the teacher starts talking about the truth which cannot be spoken of. In Kathopanishad there is a mantra, Ascharyo vakta kushalosya labdha ascharyo jnata kushala anushishta. It is the ascharya, the wonder of all wonders, that the teacher is talking about the truth which is beyond the speech, And the disciple is able to know the truth which is beyond the comprehension of the intellect. Ascharyo jnata kuchala anushishta. So the teacher here starts his discourse. Yena nischalena prayatnena vina chalachalam swabhavataha grastam. See, that which is nischala, which is without any change, without any movement, and prayatnena vina, without any effort, all the changing phenomena of the world is supported. And what is svabhavataha? Essentially by itself, it is shantam. You know, shantam doesn't mean that you are simply keeping quiet. Meditation in progress. Keep quiet. That is not shanti. You know that shanti is like what? If you take a rubber band and fix two nails and fix the rubber band, straighten, pulled, put it there. From a distance it looks that the rubber band is quiet, is it not? No movement. But inside there is a tension. The moment one anchor you remove, immediately it wants to go back to its own position. Our shanti is like that. See? Outside shanti, inside poultry farm. Kok, 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 kok. Therefore, real mauna is when you stop talking to yourself. Give it a chance. Very simple spiritual practice. Do it right now. Next 3 minutes, don't talk to yourself. This shanti is what is meant by mauna in Bhagavad Gita. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Mana prasada. You are absolutely at peace. Prasanna. Saumyatva, cool. Maunam, you don't talk to yourself. Atma vinigraha, the mind is effortlessly quietened. That is mauna. See? So this shantam, this shanta is not contrary to ashanti. It supports both shanti as well as ashanti. Shantam. Chaitanyam gaganopamam. And this conscious reality, example is gaganopamam. In one place it is said that the truth is anupameyam. Anupameyam means what? It cannot be compared with anything. See? Now these subtle points come in the stories of our scriptures. Manu and Shatarupa, they did tapasya of Narayana in Naimisharanya. Recently I went there, but I did not see Narayana. So They did tapasya. And Narayana appeared before Manu Maharaj. He said, yes, what do you want? So Manu Maharaj said, I want a son like you. So Narayana said, I am so sorry, there is nobody like me. Ekameva dvitiya neha nanasti kinchana. Then, never mind, I will come as your son. So then Manu was born as Dasharatha and Shatarupa was born as Kausalya. Now from this story what is said is Paramatma is uncomparable. He is not like this or like that. And yet some kind of alambana, support has to be given to the student. And therefore the nearest support is Gaganopamam, space-like. See, if our neighbor is playing disco music, we don't have to do any effort to listen to that music. It will come freely. Others have to buy the ticket and go inside. Because we are neighbor, we get it free. In the same manner, Paramatma is the neighbor of space. Tasmat Atmanaha Akashas Sambhutaha Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi. See? So if the space is a neighbor of Paramatma, and if you can reach the space, you will get the free bliss that the Paramatma is. And then you keep on working on it, not mechanical. See? So, Gaganopamam, space-like. For some time you can remain quiet. But the earlier habits will come out. ठीक है यार है तो हाँ, what should I prepare for food? Again, KKK will start. So instead of that, keep the mind occupied in contemplation. What must be the experience of the space? Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapaha, na shoshayati marutaha. The space is not influenced by the earth, the shastra, the waters, the fire or the air. So Gaganopamoham means what? None of the worldly things, their presence and absence can touch me. In no time, everything disappears. Bodies are many, which has got form, shape, size. The space is one, no form, no shape, no size. So play space-like, space-like. Don't imagine, I am floating in the space. No, you are a cloud in that place or a clown. Space doesn't fly anywhere. Everything flies in the space. Space doesn't go anywhere. All going and coming happens in the space. We don't go anywhere. This infinite, uncreated, homogeneous, undivided, one without a second, Chaitanyam, consciousness is our essential nature. And this me is supporting all the changes. See, Gata Gatam. The space supports all the movements of the planes and the planets and everything, but never gets influenced by any one of them. In the same manner, if we want to abide in the truth, practice this. What it is like being space, Gaganopamoha. there are 3 stages of the space meditation. First, the gross space, then the mental space, then the conscious space. Bhutakash, Chittakash and Chidakash. When we practice, do the bhavana of Bhutakash, the gross worldly things and beings will not influence us, including our body. When we do the bhavana of the Chittakasha, the mental space, then no thought will influence us. It is not that there will not be thoughts, no. They will not influence us. In the same manner, when we do the bhavana of the conscious space, Chidakasha, then the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper or samadhi person, none of them will ever touch us. So the 3 components of our experience: experienced, experiencer and experiencer. When we do the Bhutakasha bhavana, the experienced world doesn't bother us. When we do the Chittakasha bhavana, then any experience, good or bad, will not bother us. And when we do the bhavana of Chidakasha, then waker, deep sleeper, samadhi, etc. will not touch us. Gaganopamoham. This conscious solid space is our being. And this is attained by the technique prayatnena vina. Relax. Don't struggle. No effort. The more the efforts are, the stronger is the I. Lesser the efforts are, weaker is the I. When we put efforts to listen, then we are hard of hearing, not normal. In the same manner, when we are putting efforts and struggle on the seat of meditation, we are going the wrong way. There is no struggle, there is no effort. Prayatnena vinayena nischalena chalachalam grastam svabhavataha shantam chaitanyam gaganopamam. See, friends, every mantra is a direct non-stop flight to him. Now this mantra is meant for whom? Those who have risen above husband, wife, children, grandchildren, and mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, and the job, and then the health, and then enough. See. But those who are lost only in this thing, then go and study Bhagavad Gita. कर्मण्येव अधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन. करते रहो, घोटते रहो, वही तंबाकू वही चूना खाओ. Not good health. See, Avadhoota Gita hammers, not with a rubber head hammer, but a solid steel. When you have a hammer in the hand, this is Murphy's law. The other day we were going somewhere in some jungle area. Where we were recently somewhere in Melbourne. So I took one stick in my hand and I was walking. So one child came, I want that stick. I can't fight with him because he was stronger than me. I said, okay, take it. Durjanam prathamam vande. So I gave it to him. Then he took the stick in the hand. And then when any plant he sees, so his mother or father, why are you doing like that thing? Somebody was telling, see, are the plant troubling you? No. Then why are you hurting the plants? Must be a, social worker. So, then I was asked, Swamiji, why he is doing like this thing? I said, look here, he is not at fault. It is Murphy's law. When you have a hammer in the hand, everything looks like a head of the nail. Because when you have something, you are doing something. You want to do something. And this disease of doing is so strong that we do meditation. And not only that, but we do love. That is what they say, I have fallen in love. When you fall, naturally you will get hurt. Get up. And the effect of the injury has a different gestation length. See, some of the injuries give you immediate pain, some of the injuries give you later, because the gestation length is different. Similarly, those who fall in love, some of them get immediate kicks and they separate. Some of them get after 15 years. Because they have fallen in love. Come on, rise in love. The love between the boy and the girl is an action. It is a verb. But the love between the mother and the child is not a verb. It is an experience. See? Mother does not do love to her children. She has love for the children. It is not done. Therefore, this doership is the biggest problem. And to get out of the doership, here is the technique. Prayatnena vina. Remain as much as possible effortless. What are the efforts? We try to prove something to somebody. Only thing is, we do not know what we want to prove and to whom. And who cares for us. Therefore, lesser the efforts in our life, nearer we are to the reality. More the efforts we have in life, we are distant. See, friends. Therefore, don't struggle in life. Ayatna chalayed yastu ekameva characharam sarvagam tat katham bhinnam advaitam vartate mama. Now, this is a thought which will bring home the very truth. Ayatnat chalayed yastu ekameva characharam. That one without a second reality, effortlessly supporting the total world of constant change, how can that one reality exclude me? Can I remain separate from the infinite? See, friends, infinite cannot be partitioned. Infinite doesn't have fractions. So, tat katham, how will that bhinnam advaitam vartate mama? This non-dual reality cannot exclude me. Meaning what? What is said in the third mantra, prayatnena vinayena nischalena chalachalam. Don't try to understand it objectively. Okay, there is a test tube and there is a zinc in that, and then you put the sulfuric acid, and then there is the chemical reaction, and the zinc sulfate is found, and the water is released. Understood. In the same manner, Paramatma, a non-dual, supporting everything. And what you are doing? Dekh rahe tugur. No. It is to be a subjective one. See, what is the meaning of subjective? Take an example. One medical student, when I was giving lecture, after lecture was over, he came. He said, Swamiji, I want to talk to you personal things. I said, I had nothing personal in my life. No, my personal things. Okay. See, I went to all the departments and showed them, they checked, they say nothing is wrong with you. But I know, I am having a pain in my chest. I may be having this heart problem. But everybody says you are all right. What should I do? I asked him, what are you studying these days? Cardiovascular system? Yes. When are you going to study the renal system? Hereafter. I said, when you start that studies, this heart pain will disappear and kidney stone will appear. Subjective. We are so biased in our thinking process. Once I was standing in Washington DC, very tired I was, extremely tired. I came from a long flight, immediately had the lecture for about an hour or so, and then I was standing near some place with my both hands like this on the side. Like this. So one lady came, Swamiji, excuse me. So I said, are you nephrologist? Swamiji, how do you know? I said, don't ask question. Are you? Yes. I don't have kidney problem. But you tell me, how do you know? I am seeing you for the first time. You straight away ask me, nephrologist. Nobody uses this word. And you pinpointed so precisely. What is the way? I said, because I was standing like this. Whenever there is a kidney stone, you feel relieved when you press like this thing. And therefore you thought, I am having a kidney stone. Oh, do you have medical background? I said, no, I got common sense background. If putting the hands on your waist like this, if this is the kidney stone, Vitthal Bhagwan, he is suffering from the kidney stone. Take him to the nephrologist. Friends, this objectivity in the knowledge must be discarded. And for that purpose, here the teacher says, Ayatna chalayedyastu ekameva characharam sarvagam tat katham bhinnam advaitam vartate mama. That with the support of all the changing phenomena in this world, with this non-dual, how can I ever remain apart from it, independent of it? Therefore, what is the meaning? What is being spoken of is none about something, somewhere above the clouds, but it is my own essential nature. Now hereafter, work on it. Do we feel we are many? We are one. But are we not suffering as a many? Father, brother, husband, many. Are we many? We are one. If our attention is on this one, all these manys will appear to be illusions. This is the meaning of contemplation. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.